put brief remarks. Otherwise, we'd be here all night long. So I'll be brief. I will be brief. Because I can see people heading for the exits, and I get it. It's been a long evening. But for those that are here, I have a staff person who's taking names, so I appreciate it. I am Senator Rob Ortt. I have the privilege of being the Senate Republican leader here in New York State. I have the privilege of working alongside people like Chairman Jerry Kassar, Chairman Ed Cox, and I want to recognize the Long family who was here. When I was asked to run for the state Senate back in 2014, it was rather unexpectedly. I was not planning on it. It was right before petitions. My predecessor, as far as I knew, was running for re-election. He decided not to, and they asked me to do it. And it was a Sunday night in Nassau County, Western New York, and they said, "Have you spoken to Mike Long yet?" I said, "I didn't know who Mike Long was at the time. I wasn't." And they said, "That is the first call you have to make." That was the first call that I had to make, was to Mike Long. And I think that speaks volumes to the importance of the Conservative Party and the importance of Mike Long and the kind of leader that he was. But that was the very first call. It wasn't anybody else. It was Mike Long. And I won't tell you how that call went, but I got a nod, obviously. Look we have our work cut out for us here in New York State. To see this room packed, as it was for most of this night on a Wednesday evening in Manhattan, packed with conservative patriots who have not given up on this state. You all came here, you opened up your wallets, you wrote a check, you're here to support because you give a shit. You care about this state, you care about the direction of this state, you care about the future of this state. Because most of you have the resources and the means, you could have been anywhere else tonight. And maybe there were other places you needed to be, or could have been, but you were here because you believe in this state. But ultimately, it's not going to be one here in this beautiful room. And I'm glad you're all here, and I'm glad you wrote the checks. It's going to be one out there. That's where we're going to win it, in the streets, with recruiting candidates, meeting voters, speaking to them about the issues that matter to them, and showing them how wrong Kathy Hochul and Senate Democrats and Assembly Democrats have been to the people of this state. It doesn't matter if they're a Democrat. Their party has sold them out. Their party has made life more expensive. Their party has made life less safe. Their party has put people who are not legal residents of this country or this state ahead of them. That's what the Democratic Party is today. It is an anti-American party. I wish it weren't so. I wish it weren't so, but it is. And you can be a registered Democrat, you can be an independent, but how you vote, you have to vote for the conservative Republican candidate coming here in 2025 and in 2026. And it's on us to go out there and deliver that message and speak to the people who need to hear it. And there's plenty of people in this city and this state who need to hear it. And that's the way you can honor Mike Long. That's the way Lisa Stefanik is trying to honor Mike Long. That's the way everyone who heard speak here tonight is trying to honor Mike Long. He'd be thrilled to see us all here. But he would know, first and foremost, it's not going to be one here in this beautiful ballroom. It's going to be one out there. That's where we're going to flip this state around. And I'll just end by a quote that I love, that I said this in Albany at the conservative dinner. The conservative cause, conservatism is not the worship of the ashes. It is the preservation of fire. That's what this party is about. Conserving that flame of liberty, that flame that burns, that is the idea that is America, and protecting it for future generations so that they have the same opportunity to live in the greatest country that we do. And that's what every candidate who spoke here tonight is doing in Washington or in Albany. And we couldn't do it without your support. So I want to thank all of you for being here tonight. I want to thank Chairman Kassar. I want to thank Chairman Cox. But most of all, I want to thank all of you for your support. God bless you very much. Well,